Hello. Looks like we're live. Um, I was just kind of looking here at the waiver wire, and there are a couple pitchers out here. Actually, both of them look like they could be starters. McAllister doesn't have the stamina, but he's got 5 good pitches, 5 above average pitches. Um, Brad Peacock is out here. Overall, his stuff's not as good, but he does have more stamina, so he's more apt to be a starter. He also can feel his position pretty nicely. I'm kind of regretting the other day, Tyler Chatwood was sitting out on the waiver wire. And if you look at your rosters and transactions, you've got a 40-man roster, and right now I only have 31 of the 40 players filled out on my roster. I could have grabbed Chatwood, put him on the 40-man roster, and stuck him in the minor leagues for depth. And I could always trade him later too. And I didn't do that. I probably should have grabbed him. These pitchers aren't bad, but Chatwood's better. Anyway, I'm gonna look at him. Has a lot of varied interests, as long as they aren't club has cancers. I might go ahead. He is out of option years, so he has no minor league options. I'd have to put him on the major league roster. What about McAllister? He is also out of minor league options. This is why he's on waivers. Alright, so I can't grab him and stuff in the minors. Well, just to let you know, that is something you need to look out for. The other thing, I could try to grab him, and since I'm a first place team right now, every other team in the league gets a chance to grab him before I do. So if it's an especially good player, and you're in first place and you try to grab him off the waiver wire, chances are you're not going to get them. Somebody else is going to grab him first. So, I could try to grab this guy. Somebody else might already have a claim on him. And as long as they have a poorer record than I do, they're going to get the player. Unfortunately, though, these guys are out of option years, which is probably why they're on waivers. They're probably being sent down to the minors. If you had a glaring need on your major league roster, like say you just had an injury to a pitcher and you need somebody to fill in right away, it'd make a whole lot of sense to try to grab Brad Peacock here, because you could slot him in your rotation right away. And it looks like, he's not been pitching great this year, but he'll give you innings. Okay. Oh, the other thing interesting, we can check out the draft pool. That was just generated the other day. What's exciting about it is we've got the second pick in the draft. We also have the second pick in the second round, which is bound to be a pretty decent player too. And you can check out the draft pool. There's some. I always grab a starter. It's just my thing. Probably a starter with durable injury history. And one thing I guess I haven't shown you, you can basically get a second opinion on a player from the Out of the Park Scouting Association. So you pay your scout to be right about these players, you pay them a lot of money, but not everybody's right 100% of the time. And if you look at a player, you can sometimes take a flyer on a player. Like, say, let me go back to Buckley. Alright. So Buckley thinks, this is what Buckley thinks about Esteban Ambriz. And this is what Out of the Park Scouting Association thinks. So that it's not a big difference, but Out of the Park seems to think Ambriz can be a little bit better pitcher than Buckley does. They think he's got off the chart stuff, a little bit better control, and they think his fastball and changeup could be a little bit better. Now, this isn't a major difference, and I would still be willing to, if you're going to bet against Out of the Park, I'd still be willing to draft this guy, although not as high. So I wouldn't pick this guy with my number 2 pick, because my head scout seems to think he's not quite up to being that. He still looks like an elite pitcher, but he's not the. I'm trying to think. He's not the very top 5 type starter pitcher. He's a good pitcher, but he's not top 5. How about that? I'd like to find one where Out of the Park thinks there can't miss. Yeah, here's the big difference. Honestly, though, it really doesn't look like Buckley thinks much less of this guy either. He just doesn't think he's... Well, that's just some interesting things about scouting. We'll get into this later when I actually draft. I'll probably just draft for a few rounds. After a while, the players all start looking the same. If you're really into the draft, and there's some people that they just live for the draft. That's their favorite part of the year. You might draft all the way through, but I get to a certain point where I don't see much difference in the players. I don't think they're going anywhere. So I let the computer draft. Of course, who was it? Mike Piazza was drafted way late in the draft. And he made the Hall of Fame. And probably the only reason he got drafted was because I believe it was Tommy Lasorda suggested that the team draft him. They did it as a favor to Lasorda, and it turned out pretty well for him. Or Lasorda was doing a favor for... I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't tell the story if I don't know it. But I do know that he was drafted, might have even been in the final round. Piazza was drafted in the final round, and probably the best offensive catcher of all time. Johnny Bench, the best mix of defense and offense. But Piazza was probably a little bit better offensively. All right. Oh, wow. Another team that bats their pitcher 8th. Like I said, it's Joe Madden, so it's not shocking. We got a right-hand starter. All right. We're going to keep playing Jurickson Profar while he's on fire. I'm going to bat Candelario down in the order a little bit. That looks good to me. Alright, Brinson stands in, batting .246 on the season. Against the right-handed throwing Marco Estrada, who's 3-3 on the season with a 3.53 ERA. Estrada sets and delivers. Fly ball to center field. Lagares settles under it, puts it away, 1 down. Profar stands in, batting .239 on the season, but he's been on a tear lately. Estrada delivers, ground ball to first. Duvall grabs it, takes it to the bag himself, and Profar's retired. Yelich stands in, batting .288 on the season. Fly ball to left field. Howie Kendrick settles under it and puts it away. That retires the side. Infield puts a weak shift on for the right-handed batting Jonathan Villar. Daniel Norris comes to the plate. And Villar draws a walk. Villar with excellent speed at first base. Infield shifts hard for the extreme pull hitter Jose Altuve. Norris throws to first. Checks the runner, comes home to Altuve. Villar steals the base. Probably should have pitched out. Villar at second, nobody out. Altuve at the plate. Norris checks the runner, comes to the plate. Altuve with a looping liner to center field that drops in front of Almora. The Cubs have runners at first and third, nobody out for Andrew McCutchen. Infield moves to double play depth. Norris throws to first. Altuve's back easily. Norris checks the runners, comes home to McCutchen. McCutchen with a pop-up on the infield. And Profar moves to make the catch. Runners at first and third, 1 out for Luis Valbuena. Infield moves to double play depth. Norris checks the runners, comes home. Ground ball to first base. Gonzalez takes it, flips it on to Daniel Norris to get the out. Villar scores from third. Jose Altuve moves up to second. 2 down for Howie Kendrick. Infield shifts for the pull hitter Kendrick. Norris checks the runner. Comes home to the plate. It's a fly ball to left field. Yelich settles under it, makes the easy catch, and retires the side. But the Cubs score a run. They're now up 1-0 after 1. Oscar Hernandez with a ground ball to third base. Valbuena makes the easy play to first. 1 down. Gonzalez stands in at .252 and promptly strikes out. Candelario standing in at .281. Something pretty badly lately. But he works a walk from Estrada. Runner first, 2 down for Albert Almora. Almora stands in at .272 Hard shot through the right side of the infield. We're not going to challenge McCutcheon's arm right now with the pitcher coming up. Base hit for Almora. Runners at first and second. Norris at the plate. Norris with a pop-up on the infield. The shortstop Villar gets under it, puts it away to end the inning. Infield with the hard shift right on the pull hitting McCann. Norris comes to the plate. Weak grounder to the right side of second base. Andrelton Simmons handles it, goes on to first to make the easy play. Infield shifts for the pull hitting Adam Duvall. Norris comes to the plate. Hard ground ball past third base. Gets down the line. Adam Duvall has a single. Marco Estrada stands in. The infield moves to double play depth. Norris throws to first to check Adam Duvall, who gets back easily. Norris checks the runners, rocks and fires. And Estrada bunts Duvall over to second. Only play was to first. Infield defense plays the spray hitting Juan Lagares straight up. Norris checks the runner at second. Adam Duvall comes home to Lagares, who hits a looping liner to right center field for a base hit. Duvall will score for second. 2 down for Jonathan Villar. Juan Lagares at first base. Lagares with a lot of speed at first. Infield puts a weak shift on for Jonathan Villar. Norris throws to first. Oscar Hernandez calls for a pitch out. Lagares isn't going anywhere. Norris checks the runner. Lagares comes home to Villar. Fly ball to center field. Almora drifts underneath it, makes the catch, puts it away, and retires the side. Andrelton Simmons stands in at 246 for the season. Hard shot down the right field line. That's in the corner. And Simmons is in with a stand-up double. Looks like he might have been able to make the third on that. Brinson's 0 for 1 on the day. Andrelton Simmons at second. Nobody out. Estrada comes to the plate. Strike 3 to Brinson. The rookie doesn't seem to like the bat leadoff. Profar 0 for 1 on the day. Simmons out at second base. 1 down. Hard shot to left center field. That's going to get to the wall. Simmons is going to score from second. Profar coasts into second with a double. Hey, Tig. Profar at second base. 1 down. Yelich at the plate, batting .286 on the season and 0 for 1 on the day. Hard ground ball to second base. Altuve makes the routine play to first. 2 down. Profar makes his way to third base. Oscar Hernandez 0 for 1 on the day, hitting .313 on the season. Estrada comes to the plate. Hard liner to right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Profar scores from third. It's now 2-2. The Reds have tied it up. Adrian Gonzalez with the runner Oscar Hernandez at first base, 2 down. Gonzalez is 0 for 1 on the day. Hits a ground ball to the right side of second base, but it handcuffs Villar. Gonzalez is going to get an infield single. Runners at first and second, 2 down for Candelario. Candelario is slumping badly lately. Could really use a hit right now. Looping liner to left field, and it drops in. Drops in front of Howie Kendrick. Oscar Hernandez is rounding third, heading for home, slides in, and he's safe. Candelario with the RBI single. Runners at first and second. Almora at the plate. Batting .278 on the season, 1 for 1 on the day. Oh, it's a wild one. Runners move up to second and third, 2 down. Runners at second and third. It's a 1-0 count on Albert Almora. After that streak of wildness, Albert Almora takes a pitch. Strike 1. Almora sets in to swing away. Estrada comes to the plate. Strike 3. The Reds are retired, but not before they take the lead 3-2. Infield goes into the hard shift for the pull hitting Altuve. Norris rocks and fires to the plate. Hard hit ball to left field. That's going to get into the corner. Altuve's digging for second, and he's in there easily with a double. Nobody out. The speedy Altuve at second base. The spray hitting McCutchen at the plate. Norris throws to second. Altuve's back easily. Norris checks the runners, comes home to the plate, and walks McCutchen. Runners at first and second for the normal hitting Luis Valbuena. Infield moves to double play depth. Daniel Norris rocks and fires to the plate. Strikes out Valbuena for the first out of the inning. Infield shifts for the pull hitting Howie Kendrick. Norris checks the runners at first and second. Comes home. They try to turn the double play. But can't quite make the turn to first in time. Runners out at second base. Runners at first and third. 2 down on the inning. Infield shifts hard for the pull hitting McCann. Daniel Norris checks the runners, comes home to the plate. Strikes out McCann to end the inning. And the Reds keep their lead, 3-2 lead. And we go to the top of the fourth. Yeah, Norris doesn't have his good stuff. We get to the top of the fourth, and Norris will lead off. Hard shot back up the middle. That's a base hit for Norris. He's trying to help his own cause. Second hit on the season. Norris at first with Andrelton Simmons at the plate. Simmons is 1 for 1 on the day. Hard shot to third base. Valbuena makes the only play he has to first base. Norris moves up to second. Bridson stands in, struggling badly since his move to the top of the lineup. But that's a hard hit ball to center field. But it looks like Lagares can track it down. Norris is not going to challenge Lagares to move up to third base. 2 down. Jurickson Profar stands in. Norris is still out at second base. Estrada fires to the plate. Fly ball to center field. Lagares pulls it in to retire the side. And the Reds leave another runner in scoring position. Defense shifts for the pull hitting Adam Duvall. Norris rocks and fires to the plate. Strike 3. Duvall is set down by Norris. Estrada stands in. Defense plays him straight up. Hard hit ball through the right side of the infield. That's a base hit for the pitcher, Estrada. Lagares stands in. Infield moves to double play depth. Norris throws to first to check Estrada. Norris checks the runners, comes home to Lagares. Weekly top ground ball to the pitcher. But Norris makes an error throwing the ball to second base. All hands are safe. Runners at first and second. 1 out for Jonathan Villar. Cincinnati wastes no time in getting the bullpen ready. Infield moves to double play depth. Norris checks the runners, throws back to second. But Estrada's back safely. Norris checks the runners, comes home. Strikes out Villar for the second out of the inning. 2 down for Jose Altuve. Runners at first and second. Infield shifts hard for the pull hitting Altuve. Norris checks the runners. Rocks and fires to the plate. Hard hit ball to center field. Almora's chasing after it. And he's able to get it. A lesser center fielder might not have tracked that down, but Almora makes the play. Yelich 0 for 2 on the day, leads off here in the 5th inning. Weekly top grounder to second base. Altuve makes the routine play to first. 1 down on the inning. Oscar Hernandez stands in 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Hard hit ground ball to first. Duvall flips to Estrada, who covers, and Hernandez is out. 2 down for Adrian Gonzalez, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Hard hit ground ball to second base. Altuve makes the routine play to first. Gonzalez is retired. And that ends the inning. Or ends the top of the inning. Defense plays the right-hand batter, Andrew McCutchen, straight up. Norris rocks and fires to the plate. Weekly hit ground ball to short. Simmons makes the routine play to first. And McCutchen is retired. Defense puts a weak shift on for the left-hand batter, Luis Valbuena. Norris comes home.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikes out Valbuena for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Howie Kendrick at the plate. Infield shifts for the pull hitting Howie Kendrick. Norris rocks and fires to the plate. Strikes out Kendrick for the third out of the inning. And through 5, the Reds are leading 3-2. Candelario 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI and a walk. Line drive. Villar hadn't played perfectly. Caught it. 1 down. Almora stands in 1 for 2 on the day. Hard shot up the gap in left center. He's in easily with a double. Almora at second. 1 down. Norris at the plate. Let's see. How many pitches does Norris have? Oh, hey Shane. I think there's a way you can back up the game. I don't do it very often, but I probably should. I look into it. It's in files somewhere, but I back it up every now and then. Since I'm streaming this, I probably ought to be backing mine up. Let's see. Let's get a reliever up. I think I'm going to go ahead and pinch hit for Norris since he doesn't seem to have his good stuff. We'll get Altavilla up and throwing. All right. Almora at second base. Oh. Norris at the plate. Kendrys Morales works his way into the on-deck circle. Warming up. He'll be the pinch hitter for Daniel Norris. 1 down, runner at second. Kendrys Morales at the plate. Hard hit line drive to the left side of the infield. But Valbuena makes the play. 2 down on the inning. Almora is still out there at second base. Andrelton Simmons stands in. 1 for 2 on the day. Weekly pops up to the left side of the infield. Valbuena is under it, puts it away to win the inning. The new pitcher, Dan Altavilla, he's 1-1 in the season with 16 innings pitched, 21 Ks, and a 3.38 ERA. Infield shifts hard for the left-handed batting pull hitter Brian McCann. Altavilla rocks and fires to the plate.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikes out McCann to begin the inning. Duvall stands in. Infield shifts. For the pull hitter, Altavilla comes to the plate. Strike 3. Duvall is set down by Altavilla. Rizzo stands in. Infield shifts hard for the pull hitting Rizzo. Altavilla delivers to the plate. Rizzo with a weakly top ground ball to second base. Profar makes the routine play to first, and Rizzo is retired. So are the Cubs. It's 3-2 Reds after 6. Oh man, that sucks. Brinson stands in 0 for 3 on the day, struggling badly since he was moved to the top of the lineup. Let's see. Walden sets and delivers. Brinson with a hard hit ground ball to third base, but Valbuena makes the play. throws him out at first, 1 down. Profar stands in, 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI. Works a walk from Walden. Runner at first, 1 down for Christian Yelich. Yelich with a ground ball to first base. Hustles down the line. Pitcher flips to Duvall, who barely beats Yelich to the bag. 2 down. Profar moves up to second base. Oscar Hernandez, 1 for 3 on a day with an RBI. 2 down. Jake McGee pitching. McGee sets and delivers. Oscar Hernandez works a walk. Adrian Gonzalez stands in. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Gonzalez 1 for 3 on the day. Weekly hit ground ball to second base. Altuve makes the routine play to first. Gonzalez is retired. That's 3 down after 6. The Reds lead 3-2. After 6.5, the Reds lead 3-2. Alright, they're going to try to get another inning out of Altavilla. Lagares stands in. The defense plays him straight up. Altavilla rocks and fires to the plate. Uh-oh. Lagares works a walk. Good speed on the bases now. The infield moves to double play depth. Altavilla throws to first to check the runner. He's back safely. Altavilla checks the runner at first, comes home. Lagares pilfers the bag. Runner at second, nobody out. Villar at the plate. Infield goes into a weak shift. Altavilla checks the runner. High fly ball down the right field line. That's going to make the stands. The Cubs just took the lead 4-3. Altavilla seems to have lost his stuff. They have Holder in the bullpen warming up. Manager takes a trip to the mound. And Holder replaced Altavilla on the mound. Infield puts a hard shift on for the right-hand batter, Jose Altuve. Holder comes to the plate. Hard hit ground ball down the third base line past Candelario. Altuve digging for second. He slides in safely with a double. Still nobody out in the inning. Runner at second base for Andrew McCutchen. Defense plays McCutchen straight up. Jonathan Holder delivers to the plate. And McCutchen draws a walk. Oh. Doesn't look like the Reds have any answers in the bullpen today. They get the lefty Strom heating up in the bullpen in case they get to McCann this inning. The left-hand batter, Luis Valbuena, stands in. Infield moves to double play depth. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Holder checks the runners, comes to the plate. And walks Valbuena to load the bases. Cubs pinch hit with the left-hand batter, Shin-Soo Choo. Strom is warming up in the bullpen. Infield puts the shift on for the pull hitting Shin-Soo Choo. Holder comes to the plate.
Strike 3.
Strikes out Choo. First out in the inning, bases still loaded. Strom's ready in the bullpen. Holder doesn't seem to have the good stuff today. So Strom will come in to face the left-handing batting Brian McCann. Infield and outfield put the hard shift on for the pull-hitting McCann. Strom checks the runners, comes to the plate. Weakly hit ground ball that gets through the right side of the infield. Altuve scores on the play. Cubs are up 5-3, and there's still only one out in the inning. Duvall stands in. Outfield shifts for Duvall. Infield moves to double play depth. Strom checks the runners. Weakly top ground ball to the pitcher. He comes home for one out. Hernandez tries to go to first, but can't complete the double play. 2 down in the inning. Bases still loaded. Justin Morneau in the pinch hit. Infield shifts Weakly for Justin Morneau. Strom checks the runners, comes home. Hard hit ball up the middle for a base hit. 2 runs will score on the play. Morneau with 2 RBIs on the single. 2 down. Runners at first and second for Juan Lagares. The Cubs now lead 7-3. Doesn't look like it's the Reds' day today. Strom checks the runners. Pitches to Lagares. Strike 3. He could have used that a lot earlier. The Cubs score 5 runs in the inning. And it looks like hope is all but lost for the Reds. Candelario stands in, 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Strikes out. Almora stands in, 2 for 3 on the day.
Strike 3, you're out.
Also strikes out. Strom up at the plate. With the left-handed pitching, Dan Jennings in. Yandy Diaz stands in to pinch hit. Diaz is set down by Jennings. 3 down in the inning. Cubs still lead 7-3. Infield puts a weak shift on for the left-handed batting Jonathan Villar. Dakota Glover comes to the plate. That's a hard hit ball to right field. I don't think that one's coming back. Cubs add to their lead, and it's now 8-3 on the Villar home run. Defense with a hard shift for the pull hitter, Jose Altuve. Coda Glover rocks and fires to the plate. Altuve with a fly ball to center field. Almora settles under it, and there's one down in the inning. Defense plays the right-handed batting Andrew McCutchen straight up. Coda Glover comes to the plate.
Strike 3.
Strikes out McCutchen for the second out in the inning. Infield puts the weak shift on for the left-handed batting Luis Valbuena. Coda Glover rocks and fires to the plate. Line drive to left center field that drops in front of Almora. Almora gets the ball back into the infield, but not before Valbuena coasts into second with a double. Valbuena at second base for the batter Shin Soo Choo. 2 down. Defense shifts for the pull hitting Shin Soo Choo. Coda Glover rocks and fires to the plate. Choo draws a walk. Defense shifts again for the pull hitting Brian McCann. Coda Glover comes to the plate. McCann with a hard hit ball, back up the middle, but Simmons hasn't played perfectly. Snags it, and that's the last out of the 8th inning. Cubs extend their lead to 8-3. Last chance for Cincinnati here in the 9th. Simmons stands in 1 for 3 on the day. Hard hit ground ball to short. Villar makes the routine play to first, and Simmons is retired. Fly ball to center field by Brinson. Lagares settles underneath it to make the play. 2 down. Profar stands in 1 for 3 on the day. Cincinnati's last chance. Fly ball to center field. That drops in front of Lagares. Profar makes his way to third with a triple. Two down. Christian Yelich at the plate. Profar at third base. See you later, Tig. Yelich is set down by Jennings. Game's over. Cubs win 8-3. Well, that was a pretty serious drubbing. Haven't had one of those in a while. Bullpen's been really solid, but they didn't have it today. I guess I was due for that. Alright, I'm going to fish today. I'm going to get a cup of coffee real quick. I'll be right back. And see you later, Tig. Hey, Shane, yeah, I noticed that sometimes it just it reminds you it's a simulation. Like people just start scoring runs. Some goofy stuff happens, like you get wild pitches, and people score. It for the most part, it's pretty good, but every now and then it reminds you that it's a simulation. I'm gonna check the waiver wire again real quick. He's out of option years. I can't grab him. Well, if you're playing with the original rosters, the Reds pitching staff's not very strong. All right, Brinson is ice cold, so I think I might sit him down today. I hate to play Kendrys Morales since he's so terrible defensively, but I'd like to get his bat in the lineup, and he is a little bit upset that he's not getting playing time. Yeah, it always takes me so long to get the team the way I like it whenever I start out with the regular rosters. I just kind of stopped playing that way. It would take me like I don't know how many years before I finally started having the team I really wanted to have. The other GMs would start hardballing me on trades and stuff, and I couldn't get anything decent for any of my players. So I kind of like drafting now. I guess it's like playing in easy mode, but Alright, Jurickson Profar stands in against the right-handed pitching Ian Kennedy, who's 2-2 on the season with a 4.64 ERA. Profar with a hard liner back up the middle for a base hit to start off the game. Nobody out. Runner at first for Jeimer Candelario. Candelario scuffling a little bit lately. Profar with decent speed. Had one chance to steal, didn't like what he saw. Oh, Andrelton Simmons? He's a good shortstop, but you can find, if you can find somebody that's high in the, like, AA, AAA, there's some really good shortstops in the minor leagues. They're cheap, but you might have to give up quite a bit to get them. as far as trades go. Candelaria with a looping liner to left field. Duvall sprints to make the catch. 1 down in the inning. Profar still at first base. Yelich stands in. 278 on the season. Hard hit ground ball to the right side. The second baseman Altuve makes the play, throws on to first to retire Yelich. Runner at second base. He plays really good defense too. Runner at second base for Kendrys Morales. 2 down in the inning. Kenny delivers to the plate. Morales with a hard hit ball back up the middle. Profar comes in to score from second base. Morales with the RBI single. Gonzalez stands in. The runner Morales at first. 2 down. Oh, Gonzalez puts a charge into this one, the opposite field. That's out of here. To left field, a 2-run home run for Adrian Gonzalez. The Reds are ahead 3-0. Carson Kelly hitting .239 on the season. Stands in. Ian Kennedy delivers. Top ground ball back to the pitcher. Kennedy makes the routine play to first to retire the side. Infield puts a weak shift on for the left-handed batting Jonathan Villar. Mike Clevenger comes to the plate.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikes out Villar to start off the inning. Defense puts a hard shift on for the pull-hitting Jose Altuve. Clevenger rocks and fires to the plate. Hard hit ball to left field. Yelich is on the track, and it goes over his head. It's out of here. Altuve just hit a 383-foot home run. Cubs get one of their runs back. It's now 3-1. Defense plays the right-handed batting Andrew McCutchen straight up. Clevenger comes to the plate. Second baseman Profar gathers in. McCutchen's ground ball goes to first, and McCutchen is retired. Defense puts a shift on for the pull hitting Shin-Soo Choo. I'm having trouble saying that one. Clevenger rocks and fires to the plate. Choo draws a walk. Infield puts a weak shift on for left-handed batting third baseman Luis Valbuena. Clevenger throws over to first. Checks the runner Choo, comes to the plate. Valbuena lifts a fly ball to right field. Morales camps underneath it, puts it away, and the side is retired. Almora stands in, hitting .279 on the season. Kennedy comes to the plate. Almora draws a rare walk. The pitcher Clevenger comes to the plate, squares up the bunt, gets the bunt down, only plays to first. Almora moves on to second base. Andrelton Simmons at the plate. Simmons with a hard shot down to third base. Valbuena makes the play to first. Simmons is retired. Almora moves on to third base. Jurickson Profar stands in. Hitting .263 on the season, but he's been on a tear lately. Runner at third base, 2 down. Profar digs in. Kennedy delivers to the plate. Weak ground ball to second base. Altuve makes the routine play to first, and that ends the inning. Defense shifts hard for the pull-hitting Brian McCann. Clevenger delivers. That's a hard shot to the corner in right field. McCann digs in for second base and is safe with a double. Nobody out. McCann at second base for Justin Morneau. Infield puts a weak shift on for Morneau. Clevenger checks the runner, delivers to the plate. Morneau draws a walk. Runners at first and second, nobody out. And the pitcher, Ian Kennedy, comes to the plate. Cincinnati sneaks the corners in. Clevenger checks the runner. Kennedy bunts. Only play is to first base. Great bump by Ian Kennedy, moving up the runners to second and third. 1 down for Adam Duvall. Defense shifts for the pull-hitting Adam Duvall. Clevenger checks the runners. Comes to the plate. Duvall with the ground ball to short. But Simmons bounces the ball to first. All hands are safe. Runner scores. Runners at first and third. 1 down for Jonathan Villar. It's now 3-2. The speedy Villar at the plate. Infield moves to double play depth. Clevenger throws to third to check Morneau. Clevenger checks the runners, comes to the plate. Villar with the pop-up on the infield. Simmons moves underneath it, puts it away for the easy out. 2 down on the inning. Jose Altuve at the plate. Runners at first and third. Defense shifts hard for the pull-hitting Jose Altuve. Clevenger checks the runners, comes to the plate. Altuve hits it the other way. Runner scores from third. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, and the game is now tied. McCutchen stands in with 2 down. Clevenger checks the runners. Hard hit ball to left field. This one's out of here. McCutchen just put the Cubs up 6-3 with a 3-run home run. Clevenger's getting roughed up terribly here. Shin-Soo Choo with a hard-hit line drive to center, but Simmons has it played perfectly, makes the catch, ends the inning. Was Simmons hurt on the play? I guess Simmons was hurt on the play. Let's see. We'll put Yandy Diaz. Why is he a pinch runner? All right. Candelario stands in. 0 for 1 on the day.
Strike 3.
Strikes out. Yelich, 0 for 1 on the day. Weekly top ground ball to third base. Valbuena makes the play to first. 2 down. Kendrys Morales stands in. 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI. Weak ground ball to the right of second base. Villar gathers it in, but he can't make the play to first. That's an infield single. 2 down, runner at first for Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a hard hit ground ball to second, but Altuve has him played perfectly and makes the routine play to first to retire the side. Infield puts a weak shift on for the left-handed batting, Luis Valbuena. Clevenger comes to the plate. Hard hit ground ball down the third base line. Valbuena slides into second with a easy double. Defense shifts hard for the pull-hitting Brian McCann. Clevenger checks the runner at second. McCann tops the ball back to the pitcher. That's Clevenger makes the routine play, 1 down on the inning. Valbuena still at second base. Weak shift on for Morneau. Clevenger checks the runner. Hard hit ball to left field. Yelich is there to make the catch. 2 down on the inning. Infield shifts weakly for the batter Ian Kennedy. Clevenger checks the runner.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikes out Kennedy to end the inning. Reds get Strom up in the bullpen. They're likely to pinch hit for Clevenger this inning. Two down in the inning. Clevenger stands in with 2 down. And they're going to go ahead and let him hit
Strike 3, you're out.
and pitch the 4th inning. Infield shifts for the pull hitting Adam Duvall. Clevenger rocks and fires the plate. Duvall puts a charge into one to left field. That one squeaks out of here for a home run. And it looks like the Reds made a terrible decision in letting Clevenger continue in this game. Left-handed pitching, Matt Strom comes in. Defense shifts weakly for the right-hand batter, Jonathan Villar. Strom comes to the plate. Ha! He hits Villar. Nobody down in the inning. The runner, speedy runner, Villar at first. Strom throws over to first. No dice. Villar's back safely. Checks the runner. Comes home to Altuve. Oh, error at second base. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. McCutchen stands in. Infield moves to double play depth. Strom checks the runners, comes home. Weakly hit ground ball past the second baseman. Base hit for McCutchen. The bases are now loaded. The Reds get the bullpen active again. Bases loaded, nobody out for Shin-Soo Choo. Infield moves to double play depth. Outfield shifts for the pull hitting Choo. Strom checks the runners, comes to the plate. Choo draws a walk to drive in another run. Infield moves to double play depth for Luis Valbuena. Strom checks the runners. Fly ball to left field. Is this going to be deep enough to score the runner from third? Looks like it is. Altuve tags up, scores. It's now 9-3, Chicago. Defense shifts for the pull hitting Brian McCann. Strom checks the runners, comes to the plate. Hard hit ball to right center field. That one is out of here. Well, this one's already out of control. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and let Strom pitch. There's no need to burn up my whole bullpen. Let's see. Weak shift right. Strom comes to the plate. Left-handed bang. Justin Morneau pops out to short left field. Candelario chases it down. 2 down on the inning. Ian Kennedy at the plate. Strom rocks and fires. Hard hit ball by Kennedy to center field. That's off the wall. Everybody's in on the hit parade today. Ian Kennedy with the triple. Runner at third base for Adam Duvall. Strom comes to the plate. That's a walk for Adam Duvall. Strom's tired, but I don't want to burn any more of my bullpen. Weak shift for the infield for the right-hand batting shortstop Jonathan Villar. Strom delivers to the plate. Ground ball to third base. Candelario goes to second to get the runner. Mercifully, the inning is over, but the Cubs have scored 6 runs. Jurickson Profar.
Strike 3, you're out.
Looks like Ian Kennedy has good stuff today. Settling down after the rough first inning. Candelario stands in 0 for 2. Ground ball to third base. And that's the end of the inning. Bobby Wall is the new pitcher. Defense shifts for the pull hitting Altuve. Strike 3. Altuve set down. Defense plays Andrew McCutchen straight up. Bobby Wall delivers to the plate. Strike 3. Oh, if only we could have had this earlier. Defense shifts for the pull hitting Shin Soo Choo. Bobby Wall delivers the plate. He strikes out the side. Great performance in the middle of a terrible game. Yelich stands in. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Manages to draw the walk. Kendrys Morales stands in. Yelich at first base. Hard hit ball down the first base line. Morneau goes to second, gets the out. But Morales hustles down the line to break up the double play. Runner at first, one down with Adrian Gonzalez at the plate. Grounds to second base. They turn the double play to end the inning. That ends the top of the 6th. The Cubs are up 12-3. Infield puts a weak shift on for the left-hand batting Luis Valbuena.
Strike 3, you're out.
Bobby Wall continues the strikeout train. That's 4 in a row. I think he just wants to get this one over with. Defense shifts hard for the pull hitting Brian McCann. Tops the ball back to Wall. Wall makes the routine play to first to retire McCann. There's 2 down. Bobby Wall delivers to Justin Morneau. Strike 3. That's 5 Ks on the day for Wall. Where was this guy earlier? Carson Kelly with the weak grounder to the third. Valbuena makes the routine play to first. 1 down. Almora stands in, 0 for 1 on the day. Hard hit ground ball to first. Morneau makes the play. Is that a setting? I know you can simulate. Let's see. Freeman will pinch hit for Bobby Wall. 2 down in the inning. Line shot through the right side of the infield. That's a single for Freeman. Diaz stands in with Freeman at first. 2 down on the inning. Diaz with a hard shot to first. Hustles down the line. Oh, he beats it out for an infield single. Runners at first and second. 2 down. Profar stands in. 1 for 3 on the day. Hard hit ball to the gap in right center. But McCutcheon's able to track it down for the 3rd out of the inning. And the side is retired.
Strike 3, you're out.
Altavia with the strikeout. Adam Duvall stands in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. 2 RBIs.
Strike 3.
Altavia strikes out Duvall. The left-hand batter, Jonathan Villar, stands in. Hard shot back up the middle. Almora moves in from center to make the catch. That retires the side. After 7, the Cubs are up 12-3. Candelario stands in, slumping badly and 0 for 3 on the day. Strike 3, Candelario set down. Yelich, 0 for 2 on the day, 275 on the season. Hard shot down the first base line. Morneau makes the play. 2 down. Kendrys Morales stands in. Pops the ball up. Third baseman Valbuena. Oh, no. Villar camps underneath it. Makes the catch. That ends the inning. Defense shifts for the pull hitter Altuve. Altavilla delivers to the plate. Altuve sneaks one past the shortstop into left field for a base hit. Infield moves to double play depth. Hard hit ground ball to third base. Candelario snags it, throws to second. Profar makes the turn to first. Twin killing for 2 outs in the inning. Defense shifts for the pull hitter left-hand batter Shin-Soo Choo, who sneaks one past second base into the outfield for a base hit. Valbuena stands in. He's 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI. Ground ball to third base. Candelario had him played perfectly. Makes a routine play to first. 3 outs in the inning. Mercifully, this is the last inning. Gonzalez stands in, 1 for 3 on the day, 1 run, 2 RBIs. Flies out to left field though. 1 down in the inning. Carson Kelly stands in, 0 for 3 on the day.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikes out for the second out of the inning. Almora 0 for 2 on the day. Hard hit ball up the middle. Drops in front of Lagares in center field. Almora has a base hit. And the Reds are still alive. Lewis Brinson will pinch hit for the pitcher, Altavilla.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikes out to end this slugfest. Cincinnati loses 12-3. Looks like only 2 of the runs that Clevenger gave up were earned. Who made the error? Andrelton Simmons made 2. Yandy Diaz, oh wait, no, made his second. Okay, yeah, I think it was Simmons that did it. That sucks. Oh well. Things aren't going so well today, so I think I'll end it. Yeah. I'll end the stream for today. Hopefully I'll have better luck later. Thank you for watching.